Hello folks, welcome to another night of racing. If you were with me last night, I still have not got over the two poor races. For anyone who wasn't watching, first race, didn't avoid an incident in front of me, felt like I could have done. Race over, really frustrating, was running I think fourth at that point, so I was doing alright. And then race two, actually had a relatively chill race, was slowly making my way up the field, which was kind of nice. It started in, I think, P9, P8, and was running in a good P5th with maybe 5 minutes to go, maybe less. And then LMP2 overtook me. I left space, car width and a half, I would say. Of course, because you can always leave more. But he understeered and didn't exactly take me out, but enough to take me into a half spin, which sucked. Both of those incidents I could have avoided, which is what really irritates me, even though I wasn't at fault for causing them, I guess, initially. The first one may be a bit harder because I was coming at the accident with speed, but the second one, I had 3-4 minutes to go. Just give the LMP all the room he needs. I wasn't under any pressure, so that just so frustrating. Don't know why I certainly wasn't trying to squeeze him, but I also wasn't as cautious as I could have been. So there we go. I'm back in the rig for more punishment tonight. Let's hope it's not that way, but it has been super up and down the last couple of weeks. So in the fixed, I do want to just do a couple of laps here because I haven't run fixed for, well, obviously since the first race last night, which we didn't get very far on. Actually managed to qualify pretty well in fixed this week. So that hasn't really been a weak point. We'll see tonight. I do then struggle, actually. I usually qualify decent. I've been in the top 5 quite a bit this week. But then I just seem to be getting completely mugged in the races, which is a bit of a pain, or at least first couple of laps anyway. So yeah, we'll see if we can kind of get a good quali in, but key will then be to just, I don't know if I'm just chewing up my tyres, don't know if I just sort of out-qualify my pace, not really sure. I'm definitely happier on the open set, even though I don't qualify as well. I do feel like I can just have more solid race pace on the open set that I'm running with. This is where I ran into the back of the crash in race 1 last night. I don't know, looked at it a lot of times before I ended the stream and just definitely felt I could have got out of the way, just hit the brakes, but then understeered. Probably should have gone around the outside. If we come across something like that tonight, try and make better decisions. So we're not going to get many laps here to kind of get reused to the fixed set, so quality might not be as strong tonight. Already just feeling that understeer. Wow, yeah, really feeling the understeer here. Not an ideal start to the lap, but it's okay. Just use it for a little bit of warm-up practice, I guess. So it's kind of weird, really. I'm not sure why I'm able to be, at least for the last couple of races this week, decent in quali, especially in fixed. And then, I was 2 or 3 tenths up, I think, on pole. Oh, all sounds low? Okay, thank you. I will take a look once I've had a little run here. Appreciate the heads up. Looking at the volumes, it's funny, it all looks like it's set to normal, so maybe I'll just push everything up a little bit. Get the mic a bit closer, maybe that will help, but if it's everything that's a bit low, I might just go into OBS, give everything a bit of a boost. Funny because I'm looking at the output from iRacing. It doesn't look bad, but let's see if I can just turn it up a little bit. Right, I'll do it as we switch over to the race server. Yeah, this is going to be a bit exploratory when we get on the quali lap tonight. Just not enough time to practice, so I think we'll be a touch slow. Alright, we'll hop over to the race server and I will take a look. Yeah, it's funny because the sound on my end in OBS does look okay. But I'll see if I can just make a few adjustments. Yeah, let me know in the chat if anyone else is hearing this a bit quiet. I mean, it's true on the streams. It sometimes does come through a little bit low, but I find if I just turn the volume up, it's alright. I don't know whether OBS is just kind of killing the volume a little bit as it comes through. But I get the mic close to me tonight. Yeah, don't know whether there's something to do with YouTube as well when it's picking up the audio. So yes, we're on the alt account again tonight. I was kind of hoping the alt account, to be honest, by now would have surpassed the main. Been doing a lot of racing on it, but just right now, I wouldn't say I'm hitting a plateau. I'm just having bad races and good races, but the bad races I'm falling out of contention completely and then having to recover with 2 or 3 good ones. So yeah, it's just too many backward steps at the moment, which is a bit of a pain. Right, we'll just jump out here even just to continue to get a feel. It's going to be a dry session, both the races tonight, no rain predicted in either. And temperatures are kind of low, so it's quite nice as well. So other than the madness of multiclass, honestly, everything kind of feels pretty good. Okay, so a split 1 or 2, that's how it's been all week. Kind of a bit lower on the participation than I was expecting at the start of the week, given, you know, it's dry, it's a low track temperature, it's, you know, very familiar track to a lot of folks. Yeah, we'll see what we got here. Not sure how this is going to go, honestly, tonight. Well, quali at least. Just, I think it's going to take me a little bit of time to find the pace. Just double checking conditions. Yeah, no rain. Okay, Hidalgo. Oh, he's been having a good week. I'm sure he was only 5k yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, should be competitive in the top 5. Maybe the top 10. But like I said, I've actually qualified decently. Almost too far at the field for my race pace. But yeah, I was even on pole last night, but it did me no good whatsoever because I was immediately under pressure and then dropped down to P4 within a couple of laps after being, you know, overtaken fairly, but I had to take to the grass at one point through the bus stop. And then, to be honest, I was kind of in a spot where my pace was fine until we just ran into the car on this long right-hander, which, you know, I kind of saw the crash from about here, but I just couldn't get the car to the inside. The guy had held his brakes, did everything right. It's just, yeah, I couldn't get out the way, which was annoying. As I say, every race, just trying to have a clean one. But that, yeah, the last 3 weeks, been really up and down in terms of clean races. Target here, just ideally if we can get it in the top 5, so we're sort of running somewhere near the front early on.
Green, green, green.
And then we'll just take it from there. It's a bit slow there. I can take that quite a bit faster next lap. It's been a steady first lap. I don't think it's been particularly quick. Yeah, honestly feels a bit slow actually. Hopefully it's not a bad one, we'll see.
43.4.
Well, we're up there. It's a good starting lap. We'll take that as a good banker. Certainly won't be the pole lap, but if we can't hook up this one, hopefully it'll keep us in the mix. Sure, Hidalgo will have something up his sleeve. Oh, look at that. Lost it all on the last couple of corners. Oh, didn't think it was that bad. But that's fine. That's about where our pace is. So
Checkered flag.
obviously there was a 10th in that based on how the second lap was going. But yeah, I mean, that's okay. Would never have beaten Hidalgo. May have had half a chance at P2, but to be honest, it's still 2/10. I don't think I was ever up 2/10. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I qualify fine in fixed, which is lovely, but I just don't race as well. Don't know what it is. I was under immense pressure immediately last night, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same again. I didn't even feel like those quali laps actually were sort of that good, if I'm honest. Anyway, it's a bit of a spread in the field, so it's probably going to be the top 5 that can run relatively similar times, and then obviously there's a bit of a gap down there to Pareto and Hansel. But I feel like in race trim, I think those guys will be a little bit closer, so we'll see. But not unhappy with that. You know, starting in P3 isn't bad. Can see when Hidalgo goes. So we'll take that. Yeah, I'm just looking at the levels in OBS, and honestly, on my side, it does look alright. I'll have to take a look back at YouTube after the session, but I don't think I'll play with it just in case it screws something else up. But yeah, maybe I do have a setting adjusted somewhere that I need to change. Yeah, I'm surprised it's so quiet this week. Yeah, because this strength of field 2.5k, so pretty low. You know, despite having Hidalgo in there, I guess it's just not that many people running. I mean, there have been a lot of incidents, so perhaps that puts people off. But yeah, not sure. Other than the incidents I've had, it's been super enjoyable racing actually. And I was saying in race 2 in particular, I actually felt like it was pretty clean. Just that one incident with the LMP2 was probably the only one all evening that wasn't patient and waiting. There was a lot of others earlier in the race that were super patient actually, and it was kind of crazy that we came together, you know, with only probably 3-4 minutes to go. Such a waste. I mean, he was fine. He tagged me and carried on, but I'll just try and be a little bit more cautious tonight if I have to be, especially at the end of the race as well. All right, let's get on the grid. Let's see what we got here. So,
line up on the right side. The estimated SOF is 2,586. Closed. Pit road is closed. Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot. Half the field is on the grid.
So just getting rid of the tyres because we won't need those. Auto fuel is set to 0.8. That's been super reliable all week. I could probably bring it down a bit further, but just in case something weird goes on with the protos and we have to do an extra lap, it's just nice to know that I can get there without having to do anything too crazy. But yeah, otherwise, hopefully we have a decent race. We will see. Right, we are car number 11. Very good. Oh, Laniro Pareto. He has been in almost all the races, I think, this week. Pretty cool. I think we have shared the same piece of racetrack more than once. But good on Manuel Hidalgo, because I feel like he was in, I don't know, he was 5k a few days ago. And now he's obviously been putting in the wins to get himself up to, well over 6k now. It's pretty sweet. Wonder if we'll see Justin tonight. He was in our second race in the Open, so maybe we'll see him running again. He seems to be winning all the LMP2 stuff at the moment, which is pretty cool. It's a decent sized field, I think. I can't see on mine how many people are in the other two classes. There are 22 cars. You can see that in the GT3 class. Juan Sanchez, 4.1k, so he might be someone for us to watch out for. Going to be coming through at some point. But we've got Kenneth and Graham in between us, assuming we can get a half-decent start here and just stay with Manuel and Alexandra. That's going to be the target, really. If we can just stay reasonably close to them early on, that will give us a chance of, yeah, you know, just keeping hold of the toe.
27 car, catch up, 37 car, catch up, 29 car.
So green for us has tended to be can be the back straight or just around that final sector, depending on what sort of gap we're leaving. So we'll kind of see how that pans out. 14-second gaps. So when I was on pole last night, I kind of had it down at 7 or 6 seconds, which was fine. Although as we got to the last sector, we did bunch up quite a bit actually. So it's probably what Hidalgo or Manuel is thinking about. Not been going for particularly aggressive tyre or brake warm-up. Yeah, the strat I've been following so far has just been to not push too hard on the pace lap, honestly, and just save a little bit of fuel. Doesn't make any difference when you crash out, of course, but you know, can only try. It's a big gap now, so this is kind of interesting. Really getting bunched. Maybe Manuel is keen to go on this back straight because he is really bunching us here. Yeah, maybe this is what he fancies, a back straight launch. We'll see.
About to go green, stay focused. Green, green, green.
Just leaving a lot of space here for this guy. No need to get involved with this 3.8k driver, and Yui was wanting to get that position back pretty quick, so no real issue letting him have that, honestly. Let's try and get a good T1 now. Everyone's pretty tight. So we had a bit of luck there, which cost us both, honestly, which was a bit annoying because now I've already lost touch with the top two. So we'll just kind of see how racy everyone is. Yeah, I don't know whether, you know, I've just been cooking my tyres a little bit and fixed, so just try and be sensible here as much as I can. Just start to lose touch with these guys. It'd be lovely to stay in the tow. Just gave up a tenth or so there, a little annoying. Well, status quo at the moment.
43.7.
Just about hanging on to the toe. Bit too close to comfort on the wall there, but that's okay. Just got out of it a little.
43.6. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Do have a bit of an eye on safety rating too. It's not been awesome the last the last couple of weeks really, but certainly the last couple of nights racing. I'm hanging on to this for dear life, this toe. That's struggling. Actually getting caught now by the guy behind quite a bit. Sloppy couple of corners there, annoying. Kind of slipping out of this toe now, which is not great because it'll just amplify the effect for Kenneth behind. Just kind of record it again, which is handy. So here come the faster class cars now.
43.9. Car right. Clear.
Did not help us there, got us right at the apex unfortunately. Kenneth will now get a run here.
Car on your left. Clear. Left side. Still there. Still there, hold your line. Grip and faster cars approaching. Clear.
I tried to really battle that as hard and as fair as I could there. It was tough.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 2 seconds. Left side. Clear on the left.
Honestly, that was tough racing. Felt like to get really defensive. Just got caught out early on.
Approaching.
It's opportunist from the guys behind, but you know that's what you expect, of course.
Left side. Clear on the left. You're pulling away from the car time. The gap is 1.4 seconds. Car right. Clear. Faster car coming up quick. 45.9. The leader consider 44 even. Right side. Clear on the right.
Well, so far the shuffle there with the traffic has worked in our favour. Didn't initially, and then obviously we've got a bit of a gap here now. At one point we looked under threat all the way down to sort of P4.
Faster car coming up quick. Left side. Clear.
But it'll all be swings and roundabouts, so win some early on, probably lose some in a bit. Just be very much luck of the draw. Obviously now lost touch with the guys ahead, unfortunately, but to be expected really.
Right side. Clear on the right.
I don't know where this guy is.
Car right. Clear on the right.
It's given away some of my advantage there. It was yeah, I could have done more to help that pass along, I think.
44.8.
to chuck it in a bit. Don't really want to do that. Start cooking the tyres. Do a little fuel check in a second here, make sure we're set up as we need to be. Yeah, 0.8, not putting anything on. Very good. Yeah, I'm slower than Kenneth, certainly middle to last sector, I think. So it won't be too long, I don't think, until we get the LMP2s. GTP first here. Interesting, so whoever's following Kenneth, I think, has had an incident there. Interesting, so P2 binned it. Didn't see that.
44.1. You're in second position right now. Good job.
Yeah, don't know. They'll go, and whoever was in, what was it? No, not Kenneth, can't remember. But they were running pretty close. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that afterwards if we get time. And I can see there's a couple of chat messages there, bear with me. Just having to focus quite a bit. Kenneth has kind of got our pace at the moment. Take a look on the back straight here. Yeah, can't shake him, he's made another 2 tenths. Yeah, thank you, D. Gabri. Yeah, I was, and then got a little bit tougher with the traffic, but you know what? We survived. Not everyone has. I'm hoping this guy's just going to leave it to the main straight to take us here. he's pitting, even better. Right, we've got 5 laps until we're refueling.
44, even.
Looks like I've got turn 1 dialed in a little better now.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
I think Kenneth must have come across that LMP2 in an inopportune moment. He has just slipped back a bit. Oh, couldn't quite get the nose in there. Cost us a tenth or two.
Faster car coming up quick. Left side. Stay on the right.
Just going to hang out over here. These guys need to get past us quickly. Should be okay.
Clear.
Did not happen at the greatest place for us, that, but it's alright. Keep plugging away.
Faster traffic approaching.
Alright, so we've got one more coming here, hopefully.
44.4. Car on your left. Clear.
Enjoy the LMP2 tow here. Happy days. It seems to catch me after that middle sector. And then continues his kind of assault up here. Trying to have a good last sector now. Yeah, giving away another 10th there, annoying.
The leader is running 44 even.
Right, broke the toe on that T1, not sure why, maybe Kenneth just didn't have a great T1 perhaps. So we've got 3 laps of fuel, 0 fuel saving. We're just running flat out at the moment. Chance, of course, that'll cost us, but to be honest, just don't really want to introduce any sort of different driving at the moment. Really focus on staying consistent. Pace isn't bad, can still see Manuel ahead. He could, of course, be fuel saving. Knows we're not a particular threat, pace-wise. Yeah, I mean, there could be a chance here that Kenneth is doing big fuel saving to T1. Could be the strat, so give him an advantage in the pit stops, totally understand.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Woo! Shaky! That was just all on me, that. Was going in deep, not wanting to give something up. Silly driving. Gonna rein that in.
That car is a lap down.
So we'll be pitting next lap. Yep, plenty of margin, no worries.
44.1.
Cheeky off track, unnecessary, but never mind.
We're in a great spot.
So LMP2s look like they're on their way back round now. Got, oh no, 9 seconds, so we might get to the pits. That'll be nice if we do. Oh, we've got GTP coming first. Right, double check pits, 0.8. Looking good.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel. Group of faster cars approaching. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Alright, let's get ready. 18 going in.
Okay, go. Faster car coming up quick. Left side.
Yeah, I just tried to drive my normal line there. Looked a little sketchy if I'm honest, but just wanted to be predictable at least. Lost a little bit of time in the pit stop here to Kenneth.
Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Still there.
Super annoying, not sure what this guy was doing. Trying to at least learn my lesson from last night of being cautious.
The car in front is pitting. The lead is pitting now.
Try and focus on having a good T1. Maybe they're a little quicker than Kenneth there. Most race.
5.1.
Actually wasn't a great one this time. Annoying.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Right, 5 minutes 50. Obviously this is our race now. Now Kenneth is in the drag. We should be good on fuel. Actually got tons extra, so we're really going to push now.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 5.4 seconds.
Yeah, we lost out. Pit stops there.
Car right, clear.
Well, I don't know what happened there, honestly.
Car behind. The gap is
Have to have a look at that.
5.1 seconds. 5 minutes to go.
I honestly felt I drove that corner the way I always drive it. Don't know if it was a late lunge. I mean, I might have been slightly slower there than he's been driving, but I don't know. That just seemed odd. He wasn't really that close. Well, we'll try and register for the next race. Well, actually, I think there's a bit of a gap between this one, so might have time to have a quick look at that.
44.3.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to see that he's still running there. He's still P3. He's a little bit back now, of course. I honestly don't know. I mean, obviously we tagged. It wasn't a huge contact, but it took him round. I don't know. I guess he was trying to get at the inside. But yeah, I mean, I didn't go defensive. Just kept my normal line. He's running good lap times, so hopefully it was just that half spin that we saw and nothing else. Shame for the incident points, but yeah, at least he's still running. Honestly, kind of looking forward to getting back in the open set. Despite how this race has gone, I do prefer, I know the open set just has less understeer, it's a bit more slidey mid-corner, but perfectly manageable. It's a 3x, bit annoying, but what can you do?
44.4, 44.1.
So yeah, it looks like we got 1.2 extra in fuel
Car ahead.
in terms of laps.
That car is a lap down.
Well, good on Martin for keeping on going. Obviously been in the wars. And another, what's looking like good victory for Hidalgo. He's crushing it on the iRating this week. Yeah, all I can think about is that he was just a little quicker than me on the on that right turn, and just caught him out where I brake versus him. Just see Manuel ahead of us. 5 seconds, comfortable gap. He did manage the extra lap, so he's probably cruising now. So it should be white flag next lap, I would guess. Not sure.
44.2.
If we need it, we've got 2 laps of fuel here. Well, actually, we will need it, so we're in desperate need
2 laps of fuel.
of the white flag next time round, but clock is running out, so I'm pretty sure that will be the case here. Should be fine. Keep an eye on keep an eye on the GTP. 4 seconds. Hopefully we'll get us in a good moment. Maybe the start finish straight. Hopefully. .2, can see him now, so yeah, should be fine.
Faster traffic approaching. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Right side, clear. There's the flag, it's over.
That's so funny.
Good job, very good job.
So just because the GTP car took us, I'm kind of nervous that that's the end of the race, but I'm seeing the checkered flag. Yeah, everyone's backing off. Okay, that was kind of weird. I've not had a GTP pass me kind of on the line before to call the race, but there we go. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, JW, new Alpha Evo. I don't know if that Reddit post was me, JW. You have to tell me what the Alpha Evo is, because I'm thinking about what I own, and I don't know that I own anything called an Alpha Neo. If I do, you'll have to educate me. Right, let's have a look at that incident, and then we'll jump into registering for the next one. Shit, we only have a few minutes here. Gonna have to be quick. God, I don't know when it was. It was pretty soon after the pit stop. Let's just see actually if I can register in the meantime. If hopefully the race is done here. Oh, it still says it's running, so we'll give it a minute. Okay, we'll get lap 17, maybe 16. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I mean, he had a good run. Yeah, I mean, he was quicker than us. Oh no, he got in way too hot. I was going to say, it surprised me. Ah, yeah, unlucky. He obviously just, yeah, steamed in a little bit. And, well, I'm glad he got to continue. I don't think he lost a position there, did he? Let's see, where did he finish? Yeah, P2. That was a fun race. Enjoyed that. No complaints at all. Right, let's get ready for the next one. Ah, gotcha. No, I'm running the good old SimuCube 2 Pro, which has been pretty trusty since I switched from the Fanatec gear that I've been using for a while. Yeah, I've been enjoying using this. Very reliable, and their new software actually has been pretty cool as well. Right, we'll register and then we'll check the results. And a quick washroom break before the next one. I hope I selected the Porsche there, wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, thanks JW. Out of all the ones I've done this week, this was literally the first one where there hasn't been some incident. I mean, you could argue there was an incident right at the end there, but not on me, that one. Okay, IMSA, what do we claw back? Almost no safety rating. I guess we had a 3x, which is annoying, but iRating back on the up, happy with that. And Hidalgo, look, smashing it, although he only got 25. Oh, good for Kenneth. He even got more iRating than us. So that was awesome. Yeah, fun race. Yeah, just actually drove to my potential for once, so that was endurable. Right. Oh, sorry, you guys didn't see that. I'll pop back to the results in a second there and pop it on screen. Just going to hit the washroom. Give me 2 minutes.
Give us a few clean laps to get our fuel numbers.
Sorry, guys. Well, you just missed all of my little post-race chat. In terms of base, Gabri, I am using Daniel Morad's. I'll have to check after what it's called, but it's probably GT3. I don't know, sort of realistic setting. I'll be honest, I haven't played with many other profiles. I tried a couple of others early on, didn't really love them, so stuck with Daniel's. And then in the sim, just so you know, I configure that. I have it set to 90% intensity, and then I let iRating make the fine adjustments per car. For me, that works pretty well. 100% intensity just on some of the longer races, yeah, it's a bit rough, to be honest. But yeah, I've been enjoying Daniels, and I always try and go for reasonable realism. I've only driven a GT3 car once. That was a 488 down in Vegas, and yeah, I'll be honest, the sort of wheel strength didn't feel too far off what I had in my rig. So yeah, kind of stuck with that. But I suspect there's many good profiles out there, but kind of found his channel, watched a few of his things. I don't really follow him much in IRL racing, but you can see I've got his gloves as well. I do quite like those. It's the first racing gloves I've had that actually last longer than a couple of months. Right, let's see if we can bang in. Oh no, we're going to be kicked to the race server, but at least have a practice at T1 here. Now, weirdly enough, I have been quicker in fixed quali, not in terms of time, but in terms of position all week. That said, I think there's been more splits actually. Oh yeah, Gabriel, yeah, well, good call. Does feel like I know, just feels like a solid profile, doesn't it? I haven't really felt a need to change it once I got used to it. Quite liked it. How do you set up the iRacing side of things, Gabri? Do you manually tweak the force feedback there? I think Daniel actually has guidance for what it should be, but I kind of preferred it. Okay. So you modified the max force down, Gabri? Did you do that in iRacing or did you do it in SimiCube? I'll have to do a bit of looking JW at that SimMagic. I've heard lots of good stuff about their gear. Never used it. Seen plenty of reviews of it that always seem positive. I feel like it's probably better value for money too. Okay, right. Oh yeah, 3.4K split. Manuel Hidalgo is back, and this will be 32 to 25. Okay, nice, good to know. But you're running the ultimate, right? I feel like that. Yeah, for the ultimate. Okay, cool. I am just gonna do a few corners here. It just helps me get used to the this open set again. Yeah, so quali on this one won't be as competitive. I honestly will be happy if we're in the top 10 for this, and then kind of similar to last race, just hoping to find reasonable pace, you know, with the cars around me, and then just settle into some sort of rhythm. I was really happy in the last race actually with the prototypes. Both classes were pretty respectful, no real incidents at all there, so that was great. This race is a touch longer, so I managed to get through 40 minutes of it last night before having an incident, which dropped me from P5 to P8, which wasn't ideal. It's got a nice front end, this setup. It's nice to use. A bit more responsive than the, a bit better turning, I should say, than fixed. Get the nose in a bit earlier, get on it. And then really lean on the back end to get it round. It's a bit unnecessary. Was a bit weird when it cut you off mid-corner. Oh, you do it on you're on iRacing, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what mine's defaulted to for the Porsche, because I feel like every track with every car seems to adjust a little bit. So every time I do a race at a new track, I kind of take a look at the Auto FFB and take the updated suggestion. Let's have a look on what it's on right now. It is set to 33 right now. Yeah. Okay, quali set on. See if we can do a half decent lap here. That's a bit darker than I remember from last night. Trying to remember what time of day this is. It's first thing in the morning. Okay. Yeah, so let's try and target top 10 here. And then from there we'll see where we go. This race last night was just full of incidents. You know, before we had ours, I was making places. I only made one overtake from my P8 or P9 on the grid. The rest was because of incidents ahead. Even in that fixed race, we saw P2 lose it in the penultimate corner, I think. So easy to do around here. The car gets loose. Just try not to push the fronts too hard here. Touch loose into the last corner there. Could feel that coming a mile off. Really tried to hustle into that corner. So we'll just take a bit off now so we don't cook the tyres. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Put so much more pressure on the second lap. But we'll kind of drive 80-90%, make sure the brakes and tyres are nice and warm. And then, well, no mistakes allowed on lap 2 now. Should have got out of it mid-corner and just set a banker. I kind of thought I might be able to get it round. Not to be. Just going to have to be a touch cautious on lap 2, which is a shame because it's always nice to be able to push a bit more, but really need to treat that as a banker. Can't afford to start from the back. I'll find it really difficult to make places up. Cautious last corner again, but well, just got to get round now. That's the name of the game. Oh dear. Not a 1x, so we'll of course make the lap count, but a huge oversteer moment. That's 2 or 3 tenths at least. Well, this is going to be interesting for the race. Even if we really have a great rest of the lap, we'll be well down on where we ought to be. Yeah, struggling with the car now. Oh, I'm just nervous. Cannot get the drive anywhere. Ah, brutal. So annoying, the car's such a nice front end too, but just trying to extract too much out of it. Damn. It was an okay lap, but 2-3 tenths gone because of T1. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oof, yeah. It wasn't a good lap. Look at that. Oh, it's bad. Oh my god, it's really slow. Yeah, that really cost us. God, that's even slower than I would have guessed. Crikey, we are just going to be right at the back here. Got a 44.2. I'm nowhere. I'll have to check the times I did yesterday, but you know, I think I'm mid threes basically on a good lap. So 0.7 off is absolutely wild. That's crazy to me. I mean, you know, even if been half a second faster, would have only made it just into the top 10. You've got to assume these other guys behind, unless they've crashed, are going to push us right to the back. So. Well, I guess I've got an interesting race too for you guys. There's only 15 in this strength of field. We look to be one of the weaker cars, I think. Don't know if I can tell. Yeah, man, I'm a bit gutted about that. It's not great at all. Oh dear. Well, car 31 out of 37. Yeah, so out of all of the qualifying runners, we're at the back. God, look at Manuel. This is crazy. On fixed, you know, I was within I think a couple of tenths of Manuel. I wasn't that far off, and now I'm over a second back. Yeah, I think this is the problem. If I don't have quite enough practice between races, I just don't adjust quickly enough. So yeah, maybe it's a blessing in disguise to be at the back just to get a feel for my pace, and then hopefully we can start to make a bit of progress. I'll have to look at the times I ran yesterday, but I don't know. Maybe I did get into the low 43s. Don't know. Wow, no, I wasn't expecting that. Well, fortunately, the three guys behind have stayed behind, so we're not starting right at the back. Yeah, I guess that first lap totally blew it because I couldn't get a feel for the pace, and then was just too focused on getting round lap 2. All round bad quali, first one of the week, but no worries. Back on it we go. Right, again, just sort out the tyres, make sure we're all good.
Line up on the left side. The estimated SOF is 3,444. Closed, pit road is closed. Let's go points racing.
Yeah, I think, you know, target for us now, obviously top 10, I think. I think even top 10, I mean, even though it's a small field, given our I rating in relative terms here, it might be all right. It says we're 3K, we're 2.9. Yeah, let's just focus on having a solid race and see how the pace is. Hopefully, we do have a bit of pace on those around us. That'd be nice if that's the case. I actually felt like I had really good pace in the open session yesterday. I was able to run in the top 6, 7, no problem, even though I qualified down probably P8, P9. So not that far ahead of where we are tonight, but a little. But it's interesting because 4.3k driver ahead, 4.5k driver behind, 3.8k driver a little bit ahead. So, I mean, you know, there's some competitive drivers around here.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Interesting. Honestly, don't know what to expect. But back here, it probably will be an interesting race, if nothing else. Let's try and just get round, survive. And if we survive, I would guess we'll probably get in the positive with I rating here. You'll notice that I don't stick that on the relative, and I can't see the I rating gain or loss either, because I find that when I stick that on, I get completely fixated on it, and it's a total disaster. So decide that's not something I'm going to pop on. But that is wild that I was so close to Manuel. I mean, he would have been taking it easy in the race for sure. He would have been much further ahead, but at least on quali I was close. But yeah, I just obviously couldn't make the switch over to the open set at all tonight.
Catch up, 15 car. Catch up, 24 car.
Still not a huge field.
17 car.
Yeah, not a huge field, so let's see what we got.
Catch up, 21 car. Catch up, 35 car. Catch up, 6 car.
What's going to be really interesting actually starting back here is where, I mean, Manuel, we kind of know his starting procedure. If he does the same, he obviously likes to start on that back straight if he can. So if he does the same, we may be rounding that right-hander onto that. So yeah, we're on the outside too, so Could be kind of a tricky start for us. Yeah, I just want to have my wits about me and, I don't know, we'll just kind of see where the pace is, I guess. I guess it's going to take me a couple of laps to just get used to this open set, given how quali went. I was just amazed I was so far off, to be honest. Didn't feel that bad, but who knows? Maybe I needed to push a little harder on lap 1, even without the time, just to get a bit more energy in the tyres, get a feel for where the grip was. Maybe that was the right strat. Where is this guy going? I don't know if you guys saw that. Someone's getting confused with the course. Oh my god. I haven't seen that before. Field has done the right thing there and got him back to his position. That was hilarious. Not a great off track to take, obviously. Right, let's get focused now.
Get ready, going green.
I don't know why this guy's so far back, kind of annoying. Right, off we go here.
Green, green, green.
It's getting a bit hectic ahead of us. Hopefully everyone just can fall into line here.
Car right. Clear on the right. Car on your left. Clear on the left. Go left. Car right. Go right.
Oof, that guy made a cheeky move. Fair enough, buddy. I was so trying to just avoid what was going on behind me.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I don't mind that I played it safe there, to be honest. I'll give away a position because that could have easily been an accident for us. Okay, well, we'll just settle in, see what the pace is like now. I think we've made up at least... Have we made up a place, lost a place? Don't know. Hello. Didn't expect to be out there. Fair to say I'm still getting used to this open set, sliding around more than I would like. Some battles ahead, keep us interested.
4.8.
Okay, good toe here, so we'll just see which way the Acura goes. It's fair, really. It did cut across me a bit, but I wasn't really on there.
Car right.
A nice move, fair enough. Didn't see that coming, has to be said. No complaints there, just got caught out really. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, I think obviously a part of the track that I'm a bit slow on. Yeah, it's funny. Pace felt good in open last night. I have to say it doesn't feel quite so good now. But plenty of time left. I don't know. I do feel just a bit slow, honestly, back here. Don't know.
45, even.
Obviously just got, I think, caught up in having to think about passing the guy ahead, which is probably unnecessary. I get another good run here. Well, you know what? This is my pace. Pretty tight racing back here.
Car right. Keep to the left. Clear.
Just losing out a bit here with LMP2 getting by initially. Yeah, compared to fixed, honestly, pace is basically evaporated, and we're under pressure now.
44.7. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Right, need to find some consistency, and hopefully through that find a little bit of pace. I mean, I know it's top split and there is 3, but I don't know. Mystified a little bit at the moment. Right, so little position change there, fair move. It's hectic. It is hectic.
44.4. New fastest lap for you. Faster traffic approaching.
A little loose there.
Left side. Still there. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear.
That sucked for us there. Had to let him go, wanted to be safe, but compromised our entry. We're still alive, so all good.
Group of faster cars approaching. Car on
Just a little bit carnage there. I was trying to be uber safe, let those guys go.
45.4.
Don't think it's done us too much harm there, so it's okay. Well, this is basically my pace right now, so we're running with the guys that we should be, and we are pretty much at the back.
Car coming up quick.
Yeah, it's such a different race compared to the Open last night. Kind of weird.
Car right. Clear. Car right. Clear.
That was incredibly distracting, if you guys saw that.
Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Clear. Car on your left. Still there, hold your line.
Again, had to get out of that. Sucked. But it's okay. Just let him go. I can feel it. I don't really have the car under me right now.
The leader just did a 44.5.
Don't know, maybe there's a slight variation in the track. Maybe I'm just driving it like I was driving the fix. Just can't put my finger on it, to be honest.
44.7.
It's kind of interesting because Rafa behind us, I think, is a 4.5k driver. So, I mean, it's competitive just all the way through the field. It's crazy.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.6 seconds.
Just want to try and hang on to Drew here, keep the toe. Quite aggressive driving going on up ahead here. Which, you know, if it benefits us, great, but it's always a bit sketchy when you're following it so close.
44.3. Just second fastest lap of the session.
So not entirely sure what's happened to Rafa behind us. I know he got caught up in traffic, but I wonder if he got some damage as well. Well, just starting to maybe feel like I'm getting to grips with the car again. Just able to hang on to these guys a little bit more. But again, just really focused on consistency. Obviously we're starting to get a bit of a gap now.
44.7.
Maybe do a little bit of fuel saving. If I could save 0.2 of a lap, we'll sort of, I don't know if it'll be gain a lap, because a lot of these guys might be doing the same, but we'll see here.
Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left.
I have to say, could kind of see that coming. I'm just really happy that we survived it in one piece.
Car on. Clear on the right.
Obviously, after having made up 2 places now, really just want to make sure we don't lose any more.
Still there, hold your line. Clear.
But thankfully, me and Drew made it through. He had to take evasive action. Did look sketchy as of a couple of laps ago, must be said.
You're in the top 10.
So I don't know, we lost a couple of places. I know at the beginning, gained a few. So it's been a bit up and down, but top 10. I mean, that's pretty good given the competitiveness of the field here. Wow, look how much faster than we are here.
A group of faster cars approaching.
Obviously not wanting to do anything silly here.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Still there, hold your line.
Yeah, that has cost us a little bit, but again, just trying to be safe.
Faster car coming up quick. There's an infinite behind. Car right. Still there, hold your line.
So hopefully we just get a good T1 here. That's the hope, and get a good run up the hill.
Even. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
So that almost feels like a wave by, which I honestly don't understand really. Don't know if he's got any damage there. That'll be an interesting one to look back on.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Right, what's the lap? We're on lap 11. Okay, so we'll have a look at that. Unless he got a bit of damage somewhere, I'm just not sure. I mean, I guess we'll see how our pace is now. 0.7 clear. So I'm just not not make any mistakes. Just struggling with the back end getting loose on me tonight. Just a lot of mid-corner oversteer. Assume you guys could see that there. Not the corner you want now, obviously.
44.1, that was your fastest lap of the session.
I mean, this is super weird because all of a sudden it looks like our pace is a lot better, but I just don't know if these guys have got a bit of damage, and maybe that's why. Let me see. Yeah, can't be sure at all. Maybe they're doing massive fuel save. We won't be doing that. We're just going to try and run our own race. Just trying not to take too much out the tyres, really.
Faster traffic approaching.
Right, yeah, 4.0. I'm not going to try and save that lap, just too much. Not a good enough fuel saver to be able to do that competitively in such a tight field.
Leader is running 44.7.
Woo! Dicey.
44.1.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're 1.7 ahead of Drew. I mean, we haven't done anything special. We're 2.8 behind Marcelo. I guess we'll keep an eye on that, see if we are quicker or not. But, you know, honestly, car feels like it's pretty good front end now. Yeah, I don't know, 2.7 to Drew. Just, I do not understand. Strange. Haven't once looked at the chat this race, so I'll try and make a look at that shortly. You'll probably tell it's taking quite a lot of my concentration here tonight. Oh, we are catching Marcello as well. What an interesting race we have. Maybe everyone is just going for that extra lap of fuel. Could be it.
The car behind is pitting 44 even. New fastest lap for you.
Okay, so 2 laps to go before we stop. Have a quick check of pit stop stuff on this back straight. Oof, auto fuel is off again. Oh my god. That caught me out on my... Oh, there we go. Okay, I have to fix that now. So that is what happened to me on Monday. I now need to make sure that's set to 0.8.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your
Right, so let's double check. So tyres good, fuel is 0.8. Okay, everything looking good now. So it definitely pays to check that fuel. It's exactly what happened to me on Monday, but I didn't catch it. Wasn't streaming that night, and I was running a comfortable P2 and fixed, and then just sat in the pits and let everyone go by and finished P6, I think, in the end. It was not ideal. Yeah, it does feel like a long race tonight. Right, pitting next lap.
44.8. You are raking the car in front.
So there was someone off ahead of us, not sure what that was. Kind of an odd place to go straight on.
Faster car coming up quick. Right side. Clear.
Compromise going into the bus stop there, but nothing too bad.
Car right. Clear.
You know, what I'm wondering actually now, given the pace is good, is perhaps people are just not putting in a full set of fuel, full half tank when they start, and so maybe that's just kind of makes me feel slow, and then it evens out a bit as we get obviously through the pit stops. I suppose that kind of does make sense as the strat, and I'll have less fuel throughout the whole race.
Car on your left. Clear. Don't forget to pit this lap for more
Right,
fuel.
pit in.
Pit box in 5, 3.
Well, that was a touch aggressive, that one, but I think we're okay.
Right here.
Right, let's just check that we're not doing tyres. Good. Just the fuel. Let's get out of here.
Move it, move it.
I think we have someone right next to us here. It's hard for me to see.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, no problem with that. I didn't want to have any pit lane argy-bargy, so I'm honestly quite happy with that. I couldn't see him until the end. I was right on the pit limiter. Maybe he was bouncing off it a little bit. Not sure. Oh my God, I'm going to get an immediate run there now. Thought better of it coming right out of the pits, just to not do anything silly.
Faster traffic approaching. The leader's bidding now. Car right.
Well, okay, we made up a bit of time here, so just have a look. Try and just get a sense of the pace difference, if there is one. I feel a bit faster, I've got to be honest. Let's see if that's just more outlap stuff than anything.
Car in front of you is on the same lap. You are racing them for position.
Right, Marcello, let's see.
55.2.
He's had a nice turn one there. That'll help him all the way up the hill. We were a little cautious. I feel like he's running a bit of wing though, because if you watch, obviously we've got the toe, but it's really pulling us in here. So if I have a good T1, this could certainly be an opportunity on some lap coming. So it's probably enabling him to be just a little bit quicker in the corners, which you kind of expect. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best chance if we have a good T1. And then we'll just see what happens, but no rush here. Just can't stay with him in the last corner at the moment. Just getting a little loose.
44.6.
Again, I don't think we'll be close enough here. We'll get a nice run again now. Just not keen to do anything silly here. Just really want to try and pick my moment if it's going to come. It's 2.3 back, just keeping a little eye on that. Got a pretty good run here though.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
That was nice racing there.
Right side. The leader just did a 44.4. Clear on
Had to
the
bail
right.
out of that one. Didn't want to stick it in there without him knowing I was there. Probably a bit too cautious, but so many incidents this week. Problem is that it's costing us now. Matthew's taken almost a second out of us.
45.5.
We're going to have a huge run up here now.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
Honestly, felt like he kind of let us by again. Don't know what's going on tonight. I hope people don't just think I'm just crashing all week and they're just staying out my way. Definitely thought I heard a lift there. And I promised I'd look at the chat, but I have not been looking. Okay, no chat. Good. Well, not good, but nothing to catch up on at least. Yeah, well, I'm glad we've kind of made that pass because we were losing out to Matthew behind there. Just losing the fronts a little now. Yeah, just last couple of corners, not super fast.
44.2. Faster car coming up quick. Left side. Clear.
Okay, so we're broken free from Marcelo as long as we, yeah, just as long as we keep consistent, I think.
10 minutes to go. Stay sharp. Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
Starting to get a bit fruity behind us now.
Faster car coming up quick. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Not the best place to let that guy by, but wanted it to be clear what was happening. Okay, so stable gap to Marcelo, 1.4, although we did have a bit of traffic there, but then so did he.
44.7.
Right, just having a quick look at fuel, we're plus 0.5, so not as much margin as we had yesterday, so yeah, and just plus 0.4, I may have to just be thinking about that a little bit.
Car on your left. Clear.
Just lost the front there, it's a bit scary. Just giving Marcello a little look here, which I don't want to do.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Hopefully these guys are going to wait here.
There's an incident behind. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line.
Did not love that. Oh, contact the wall too. Ugh, that was just kind of horrible all round, honestly. Don't like getting past there.
45.5.
Just trying to make it relatively easy for these guys. Oof. Bit all over the place. So refocus now. 6 minutes to go. Yeah, we got a bit of a gap just like last night, so now it's just the time to drive with a little bit of caution with the people coming by us.
Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left. Clear. You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Faster traffic approaching.
Costs us so much time, but never mind. Probably felt I was leaving the door open, which I did a bit, to be fair. I need to get back on it a little bit again, just giving away a couple of tenths.
45.1. Faster traffic approaching. Hard on. Clear. 5 minutes to go. Right side. Clear on the right.
Horrible line through there, but kept it pinned, and we'll just get the drag now at least.
Faster car coming up quick. Right side.
That was absolutely sucky from this guy. Just absolutely sent it. I mean, I was keeping an eye on him, kind of expected it. Still sucked. Oh well, we're alive. Three minutes to go, still got 0.5 of a lap, hopefully spare. That 0.8 extra has been good to us all week, so let's hope that's the same in this race. I'm doing a little bit of lift and coast just because I'm not in the drag anymore, so it's probably impacting my consumption a little bit. Oh, Avery ahead. Be honest, haven't really been looking ahead. I've been all my energy has been focused behind for the last little while. So let's see, what are we at? 3.6. So two LMP2s, hopefully we'll just go for us on the main straight here. Wow, that was a save and a half if I do say so myself. Got a 4x for it, but we're still alive, oh my god. Woo! I feel like I'm just losing the tyres a bit, so I need to be really careful now. There's a minute and a half to go, so we're going to tow along Matthew, unfortunately, for a little while. At least we didn't lose the position. Grateful for that. That may have been one of my saves, honestly, on the game. Almost always lose it in those positions when you're having to cross the wheel a couple of times. Well, we're going to have a race to the end now. Yeah, it might just be that we've cooked our tyres a bit. Hopefully it's white flag next lap.
last lap.
Okay, fuel not a concern. Last lap, let's punch it.
44.7.
Decent T1. Tick that one off. Yeah, and it's interesting they're in P7. Obviously, the pit stop shuffle really worked out for us.
We have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Well, Matthew's quicker than us right now, no question. Just focus on these exits. Super casual last corner, but that's all we need. Well, that was a great night's racing.
Cast off on the right.
Very happy with that.
There's the flag.
Safety rating took some punishment, so we might actually just run around a little bit longer here until the race is over, just to get a few more safety rating corners in. We only have half a tank of fuel anyway, so we won't get too far. Oh, there we go. Time up. Well, that was enjoyable. Nearly threw it away. Nearly threw it away. Right. I will take a bit of a look at this for those of you that are still here. So we know lap 11. I know something went down there. Okay, let's have a quick look. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we made a good pass, but it was surprising that we made a good pass. So let's get on board with Drew. That's interesting. Oh no. Maybe changes into 6 a bit early, but interesting how wide he stays there. Just feel like he's got off the gas. Let's, if we just go to chase, what happened here? 'Cause, yeah, he does just lift off for a second. I guess he's... I mean, we had such a good run that I guess it makes sense. Yeah, if you just watch the RPM here. Yeah, just a light lift just to let us go, I guess. Well, that was nice. I just can't. There was so much going. It was such a sort of stressful race. I can't remember too much of it. Still surprised, yeah. Just the time we made up in the pits. You know, felt super slow at the beginning, felt super slow on quali, and then it all just kind of came to us in the second half of the race, which is super cool. Right, let's have a quick look. Was it this lap where we had a huge moment? Don't think it will be one for a super save submission, but man, it woke me up. Yeah, well, obviously we're almost lucky there to not. I mean, yeah, I'm very pleased that LMP2 took some good avoiding accident. Some interesting chat going on there. Right, let's just see what it would have been like from this guy's perspective, seeing me get wobbly. Yeah, he drove that pretty well. Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. That could have been a lot worse. Right, let's go on board. Just it felt more dramatic actually on board than it looked in the replay. But I've got to be honest, not unhappy with our save. Really, I'm guessing. I think I got off put with the LMP2 coming by. Was trying to stay inside in just different line and did not expect the car to react the way they did. Man, I so rarely save those, so pretty happy with that. And to be honest, that bit of netcode there, they're not really that close. Oh, I think that's a bit unlucky to get a 4x for that. I'm surprised that's anything more than honestly a 0x. That's really interesting. I was back under control before as that happened. Well, that was an enjoyable night. Trying to think when we made the pass as well, a little bit later on. A couple of slow laps in there. I wonder what happened here. Don't remember much going on here. And maybe just back markers. Oof, yeah, maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, we just had to drive that last corner very wide. So let's see. So we were in position 131, sorry. Oh, I can't see it. 25, 25. Is that where we finished? Yes, that's where we finished. Okay, I want to go back to basically where we made that pass. Oh, here we go. So again, got a really good run here. Yeah, we were really on it all the way up the hill. Again, though, it was a much easier pass than I expected, so let's ride on board with Marcelo. We'll go all the way back to T1, just see if he had a rough T1. Yeah, it doesn't look like he could get on the power super quick there. Definitely. Don't know if you guys can hear that, but huge lift here. I don't really understand it. So if we just I'll roll it back to about here, and you can look at the RPM as well. Big lift, big lift, big lift. Yeah, I'm surprised. 2.9k driver. I mean, that's basically where we're at. It's very similar. Yeah. Do not understand what the lift was for. Hopefully I'm not been tagged as a dangerous driver and people are just trying to avoid us. But I mean, honestly, it made those two passes, which I don't love passing on this spot unless you've got a good overspeed, but it made those two passes super easy. Yeah, well, good night's racing. Let's go and have a look at the results. Wow, only plus 29. It's funny, it felt like such a competitive race. the whole race just feels weird. I qualified nowhere. Well done to Hidalgo again, cracking on. Corey plus 91 in second, absolutely smashing it. So Mustang, Acura, Porsche. Yeah, Porsche Acuras. I'm surprised they only got plus 29 for being there. Well, I mean, we had a 2.7 guy ahead, Avery. I mean, we were catching him just a little bit. Hold on, just checking. Yeah, this is the right one, isn't it? Don't know. Last night I just felt so much quicker on the open set, and tonight not at all the case. Not at all. Still started position 36 and the race overall finished 25. That's a nice gain. That one wiggle that we had cost us 4x, so that has slowed down the safety rating gain that we would have been on. But nice to be nearly at 3k with the alt. It's pretty cool. Yep, surprised Drew didn't come by. That's brutal. P9 and a minus 32. 3 point. Wow, look at all these guys. I mean, Drew only had 1x, so he can't have had anything major. Just struggling for pace. And a few of these guys. 4.4k, minus 63 with a P11. Really interesting race. Yeah, there's quite a lot of high IR drivers at the back here. And I don't think anyone... Oh, maybe these two checked out. Yeah, they're disconnected, but everyone else was running. Interesting race, but much, much better than last night. So enjoyed that. There's no endurance this weekend, I don't think. So I was half tempted to try Ferrari at some point this week because it's at Mid-Ohio and I love that place, but I haven't driven it for ages. So it would take a little bit of work, but we'll see. All right, we will call it there for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. If you're in last night, hopefully that was a little bit better than last night's performance. Less action-packed tonight, I guess, with less crashes, but 2 pretty solid results. So quite happy with that. Not sure if I'll race tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of depend how the 9 to 5 goes during the day. See how the kids are on their evening. But thank you for tuning in this week, and we'll catch you in the next one.